All right, I think it's working. Let me get some water and I'll be right back. All right. Already. We are ready to go. Hopefully, my microphone's working well enough. And I can test that here with my AirPods and checking on my phone. All right, my friends. All right, let me turn the light on too. It does seem that I can hear via Twitch, so it's fine with me. All right, guys, we are eating cookies that my wife made, and we're gonna play some Pokopia. I've modified my storage. Still not the greatest thing in the world. Man, these guys just love giving me gifts. What I need to do is I need to remember where Pallet Town's at first. I need to go to Pallet Town and build that Pokestop and build a house so I can teleport there too. Haven't really done a lot, to be honest. I've just been running around and playing and gathering things. I haven't really built anything. So these Pokemon probably hate me, even though they keep giving me gifts. Telling everybody at work I'm logging for the day. All right. That's right, I did put a little house down there that I was going to build. Volcanic ash and copper ingot. I'll have to go back and get that. Woohoo, level 2! We gotta buy all the recipes. What's up, man? I've been playing this game to relax. How you doing, bud? Yeah, I haven't really made any new videos lately. I've just, when Pokopia came out, I decided to set up my webcam and stream it. Just something relaxing to do where I can chat with people. I've had a real hard time logging on to other games. This is just a chill thing. Like, I can sit here and just kind of do whatever I want. So, have you checked out the game yet, Jerome? Because you got to switch too, I believe, right? If I remember right. Well, so hang out here with me, and I will show you a bit about the game. I'm not very far at all. The concept of Pokopia is humans have left the world, as far as I can tell, for whatever reason. I'm not very far into the story, so I'm not really spoiling a lot either. And all of the Pokemon left, too. In the very intro, you meet Professor Tangrowth, whatever. And, I feel like the squirrel's hungry. And he tells you that he thought he was the only person, or only Pokemon around. And he was probably losing his mind or something like that. So he's happy to see you. And your goal is to figure out where all of the other Pokemon are. So over the course of playing, you find, depending on how much you explore, journals written by humans. And since you're a Ditto turned into a human, I guess that means you can read them. I've only made small little houses. There's a ton of Pokemon in this game. All sorts of them. And there's a handful of them I haven't seen. I think there's more than this, too. I could be wrong, but I think there's more than this. I think these are just like the habitats that I've discovered. Occasionally, in one of the towns I'll go to, you'll see them. There's going to be these little, there's two forms of like icons that pop up in the ground. There's this like crack here. There's a treasure under there, or these little diving points. But there's some that kind of glow without the stars, and that gives you hints as to what Pokemon pop up in what habitat. So what I mean by that is, these are the habitats you can create. The little Pokeball, once it's covered in green, like digging and burning here, that means you've discovered all of the Pokemon for that particular habitat. So this was only Magmar. If I go over here, piping hot lava, I need to create this rock next to this lava, and you can click details here. So you need one molten rock and one lava. And this can give me a Charcadet and something else. So I believe the ones that are grayed out in my Pokédex are something like this, where I've gotten a hint, because you will get hints for specific Pokemon. So I have the hints that they're there, but I don't know who they are. Whereas this one, I straight don't know who that is until I discover the hint. I've been really trying not to find the hints because I don't want to know who spawns where. I want some of these things to be a surprise. Storage is pretty sweet. You can connect 4 storage containers to your crafting table, where when you go in here, your materials will be available. So you can see as I open and shut it here, the 2 in the back and the 2 on the sides close. I will probably replace the 2 on the sides here with larger ones. But so what I've done is the bottom 2 in the back there, I've put my crafting resources in. And all of these other ones, I'm trying to find some way to properly organize them. So this is like my outside consumables. Things that I would use outside of a house. Steps, railway, buckets, things like that, fencing. And over here, I've decided for my blocks, kind of like the Minecraft blocks, because that's very much what this is. If I go over to any of these blocks, you can see they are cubes. I can punch them, and now I can pick it up. Different Pokemon teach you different abilities. So you have Cut, you have Leaf Edge, which is your very first one, helps you dig up grass, then you can cut those. Drillbur, when you unlock him, teaches you how to till your garden. Is the screen still black in YouTube? Looks like it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube hates me. Give me a minute here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in YouTube. Twitch seems to be fine. But for whatever reason, YouTube hates me. Yeah, I don't know. It's something with the software, I think. OBS doesn't like YouTube today. It looks like it's back. Yeah. So you'll get different abilities. Where was I? Drillbur or Excadrill is going to give you the ability to till a garden, which I've created over here. Once you find Graveler, you can turn into a Graveler and roll through things, which is, it makes tearing up the land a lot easier. For example, I can go like this and just keep rolling, like Fred Durst. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. And then you can suck everything in at once, which apparently I'm Kirby as well. I'm not just Ditto. I get to be Kirby. And then, this one's weird. I can camouflage myself as something around. So, like, if you have friends online and you're all playing in the same game, because I think a game can have, I think a world can have up to like 8 people. You can play hide and seek. So, like, I could be like, I want to be a tree. And then I could hide myself like this. I don't know why they put this in the game outside of like hide and seek with friends online, but it's weird. And then you get the water gun, and each of these get enhanced as you play. So like, you learn how to cook food, which then enhances certain things. Hamburger, steak. You can see my. Let's see, if I eat this, my punches here are gonna refill and they're gonna be golden, which means I can break harder rock and things like that. So, I needed to get, what did I need? I needed volcanic ash. Volcanic ash, and I need... need to go around back to reach these bottom two, unfortunately. I need to give myself a better system for this. I'm gonna bring my ingots with me because I don't need to craft with those right now. Back to Pallet Town we go. And then you'll eventually be able to like turn into Lapras and stuff, but it is very much Minecraft meets Pokemon meets Animal Crossing. Each of the Pokemon are going to come up to you occasionally, and they're going to have a quest for you, or they're going to want to play a game with you. And depending on how happy they are and how nice your area looks and how well it accommodates to their specific living styles, it raises your environmental levels, which allows you to buy more things, unlock different items, all sorts of things like that. You can use what's like called prefab houses. So you'll get like a little house kit, which is what I'm just using for right now because I'm far too lazy to make anything myself. But you can see this kit requires these materials. But then it's going to require these Pokemon to build it. So I need to grab my Geodude. I'm going to say, hey, what's up, champ? You're going to follow me. And I needed Eevee, so we're going to grab Eevee. And I think you can have like 5 Pokemon following you at once. Needed scissor and mod shop, I think it was. And you can ask them how their comfort level is, and sometimes they're going to say they want food or all sorts of random stuff. They might just want to play. Now if I bring them all over here, I say you, and start building. And it'll tell you how long it's going to take to be complete. Not very long. Looks like an hour. And that's real time as well. Once, I can't rebuild the Pokestop yet. There's nothing here. But once I raise my environmental level high enough, I will be able to buy a... Maybe I can buy it, maybe I can't. A CD player. You'll be able to buy like a Pokemon Restoration Center. I need to be level 3. My environmental level needs to be level 3. But these are all the different like prefab houses. I can buy a set of 3 stone kits, stone huts, and so on. Each of them have a different size to them. Small, medium, and large. And then you place a Ditto flag on top of the house and you can teleport there. Which is why I can teleport to the other areas. You can see I haven't really cleaned up much here. I can use... What is down there? The squirrel, of course. And they do have different biomes here too. I'm a little Lapras. So you can see now I'm on my map down there. There's 3 major islands, and they kind of have different colors to them, which is going to tell you the different types of sand or soil and things that are on that island. I have a lot of cleanup to do on these islands. That tree is buried. What's in here? So these blocks right here in front of me are resources. So that's copper. And if I wanted this stone to make like a decorative pathway, since I'm powered up on my punches, I can turn into Graveler and watch how easily he should be able to just break through these. Some stones are going to be harder than others, but... And I can go around and Kirby suck all of these things up. Game's super addicting. I'm not a big Animal Crossing guy. My wife loves Animal Crossing. I more or less hate Animal Crossing. I don't like the character designs. I think Tom Nook's he's just out there to scam you. That's my thoughts on Animal Crossing. All right, I got a Ditto doll. Nice. I don't know what that does. I mean, I know what it does, but I don't know where it takes me. So there's different dolls that you can find in game, and Drifblim will take you to an island. Dream Island is what they call it. It's a way to get a handful of resources. Sometimes I haven't run into anything yet, but like you can run into Mewtwo and other legendary Pokemon and then befriend them, and I think they come back to your main island and you can build a home for them. In terms of housing, though, you don't have to just use the prefab little house kits. You can create your own house as well. But I don't think you can teleport. I don't think you can put a Ditto flag on it. I think you have to then build like a house for one of your Pokemon and then put a flag on that one to be able to teleport. I could be wrong because I've only used the kits. Oh, that's what I figured there was something else up here. What's this gonna give me? Abandoned power plant kit. I wonder if that's how I get Zapdos. We are going to break these rocks because I want to use them. They look nice. I have logged into the Minecraft server a few times undercover on my kid's account, just so nobody bothers me. All right, let's see. What's the other island? Wow, there's a giant water well in the middle of this one. All right, let's go see what some of these things are. Did I lose you, Jerome? Are you gone? Did you leave me? Is my YouTube still working? This game is very peaceful. There's no fighting or anything like that. I thoroughly enjoy how quiet it is. I've been having a hard time, like I said, sitting down and playing really any other game. And if I really wanted to, I could go around the island and be like, okay, here's a rock. Here's another rock. And I could clean up my island, switch to my cut. Now I got logs. And clean up all this. And cut all this down. So the way you make environments is here, I'll show you, for example. Like, I can go like this. You do have your little book, your little manual where you can take a look and see what you can make. But you'll know you made an environment when it sparkles like that. And it'll tell you, nearby habitat, tall grass. So I just made tall grass. And then if I haven't discovered a certain Pokemon that spawns in tall grass, I could come back later on and it's going to have this like rustling leaves look, meaning that there's a Pokemon in there. It's a really cool lake there. And then, like I said, this is going to be, if I break this, there's an artifact or something down there, a mysterious slate. That's the unknown wall or whatever. Is it unknown or unknown? I found a recipe for a mini floodgate. Nice. I'm much more into finding recipes so far in the game. That way I can craft whatever I want and put it wherever I want. But if you get the game, we can play online together. And I got another guy that I haven't played with him yet, but we chat every now and then. This would be the other island, the third island here. I'm going to switch to Graveler, just because he moves a little faster, I think. Ooh, lots of steel, nice. Iron ore, baby. Iron ore makes the good stuff. There's a cave. I think this is gold. Is that gold? Gold ore. I don't know what I use gold ore for yet. Silver and gold. So now that my food effects have worn off, I cannot break these stones anymore. I just get dizzy when I punch them. So I need to eat another hamburger. Another hamburger. Oh, I should show you something really cool. So Let me find the developer code again. They have a really neat feature in this game I like. We'll come back and explore the rest of this later. So once you get these, yeah, so it's telling me I don't have a home in Palatown. I'm not going to be able to teleport back. I'll have to manually run my happiness back there. They have this cool feature in the game where you can visit other people's islands. And let me find what the code was. And let me find where I shoved my goggles, too. And you can build... So these homes, you can have Pokemon stay in them. And that's got its own benefits, which once you get the game, I can talk to you about that, too. So I'm going to shove all these stones in here. Anything that I can. Okay. I need to figure out where I put my goggles at. I need to keep track of those a little bit better. There they are. We're going to put those down here. Okay. So this is my island, okay? And you saw my pallet town. My pallet town was pretty much nothing. This is the first area you start at. I leveled mine out a lot. Like, it used to be really hilly and mountainy, but I leveled it quite a bit. If I put these goggles on, which this is an interesting feature, goggles will allow you to view cloud islands made by other players, which is the really neat part. Would I like to put them on? Yes, I would like to put them on. Enter the address of the cloud island I would like to view. PXQC G0 3S. Jerome, is my audio okay? Because it's only using the microphone from the camera. So hopefully you're able to understand me. If I get like an actual decent amount of followers, like if I get 100 plus followers or people that are watching, or 30, 40 people watching at once, I'll upgrade to an actual microphone. But for now, I'm just doing this just to have somebody to talk to. I gotta check that YouTube page again, make sure it's still working. Looks like it. Okay. Okay, good. So I VR'd myself apparently into the developer's island. And this is just a taste of what you can make. Remember my islands. Remember my islands when we're looking at this. How bare they looked. How terrible they were, right? Watch this. They've used some standard blocks to make an amazing looking, I mean, this greenhouse, it's simple. It's super simple. But it's so nice. Look at that. No, yeah, it gets better. This place is amazing. They got a nice little walkway down here with a bike. You can't really do anything with a bike. It would be really cool if we could get on the bike. Here's their horsey fountain. There's some vending machines. Go down onto the beach. I can't tell if I like or dislike the fact that they kept the beach kind of dirty, like a beach would be. But they have, here's Riolu's house, it looks like, and Lucario's house. And you can see up in the left corner there, it's one of the slightly bigger houses. You can house 4 Pokemon in this house. So they got Riolu and Lucario sleeping in that one. If we go down here, it looks like we have our fishing pier with some fishing poles, some drinks, and we got Blastoise living in here on his cot. This tiny little hammock. We got some fishing poles set up, some flotation devices out here. And you can lay on these too. Like your character interacts with this stuff. And you can wake back up. Here they made a bonfire. Here's their shower rooms. You can turn on the shower. Like, tell me this isn't better than Animal Crossing. Here's a kayak they put there. Here's apparently a little kitchen on the beach. A bar, maybe. I don't know if I should call it a bar because it's a Pokemon game. It's a cantina. Who's in this house? We got Scyther, Parasect, and Timber. And the nice thing is, like, I can't interact with their area. I can't destroy anything. Looks like they have their, like, I can't pick anything up. You see there's a leaf that I should have been able to pick up. This is their garden. Their garden is phenomenal. I haven't even run into potatoes yet in my game. I didn't know they could be there. Looks like they have a little market for their berries. There's Heracross and Pinsir just chilling. The one thing I wish that you could do is shiny Pokemon. And yeah, you mentioned their Pokemon are asleep. The game goes off real time. So right now in Japan, yeah, I imagine their Pokemon are asleep. So, and what's cool is, like, the nighttime Pokemon, not sure if you noticed, but the Noctowl that was on the beach is awake. And we have a little Munchlax. Apparently you can get Munchlax in the game. I wish you could get shinies. Ah, there's a spoiler for me. A Mimikyu. What is this? This is one of the larger houses. Yeah, no shinies. I wish there was. I wish, like... And I hope maybe... I thought about this. Because people want shinies. It's a Pokemon game. And what they could do is very easily release certain events. Like right now they have an event for, like, Drifblim. Not Drifblim. Hoppip, the Hoppip evolution line. They have a temporary event going on in-game where you can buy special cosmetics. And what I mean by that is, like, decorations for your house, things like that. They could very easily do the same with, like, introducing a shiny candy that turns the Pokemon that you already have, if you feed it to them, into the shiny variant. Or do, like, a limited time events where you can get those plants and plant them. Because that way you make it limited and give people something to get excited about. But if you make it like a plant that you can then plant the seeds for, that means even people that miss the event, all they have to do is find somebody to party up with that's willing to share some seeds with them. So I do think there's ways they could add shinies into the game for sure. Here's one of the larger houses. And I hope they do, honestly. I really hope they do. So this is one of the larger houses that's in the game. And they have multiple levels, too. And you can decorate. And you can see they've made this into, I don't know if it's supposed to be a haunted house or just a trash mansion that ghosts live in. I assume they were going with a haunted house kind of look. But these are one of the bigger houses, for sure. So there's a lot you can really do within, like, a specific house. One of these, this is a prefabbed house. This is out of one of the kits. Or you can make your own. I don't know what the block limitation is. I do know there's, like, a block limitation on, like, how far out you can make a house and have it be considered a house. Here's the other one. Here's the Charizard den. I thought this was pretty cool. They made a little Charizard den for the ground Pokemon. And there's all sorts of cool things. They have these like little pads where it will trigger events, something to happen. And they have sound ones too that will trigger sounds. So you can actually make it where every time you step on them, like if you're running across them all, it plays music. Where's that music coming from in here? Yeah, you can play radio, and there's like a DJ Rotom somewhere. Oh, here we go. This is like a stage, so you can hop up here, get on this thing, and then let's see. Do I have a dance button here? No, but you can use different emotes and things like that. I can't spin. Can't spin while I'm doing that. That's unfortunate. The Ditto spinning's kind of funny because he gets all tangled in himself. Another little kayak area. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I wish I could do shinies. Shiny Heracross is one of my favorite shinies. I would love to be able to have a way to turn him shiny. One of my only complaints about the game is I wish the physics were a little bit better in some of these things. Like this. Like I feel like I should just kind of fall into the water on this one. But that's a very, very minor complaint. So minor. But yeah, this is just kind of showcasing like some of what you can do, which I think this is absolutely wild. There's a restaurant, it looks like, that they've created. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Mine is not going to be anywhere near that. I am not that good of a builder by any stretch of the mind. But there's people online already doing things like Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings. People are trying to do like the Death Star with a lot of volcanic ash and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of people that are making some nutty builds for sure. Alright, I'm going to put my goggles down in the bottom shelf. Nah, I'm going to put it in the top shelf here. Alright. I got a new doll. I got to put him down by my dolls. So the dolls allow you to travel to Dream Island. And what Dream Island is... You can only travel to one Dream Island per day, but you can revisit as many times as you would like. It's essentially a place to go to get extra resources. So I went to the Rocky Peak to get mushrooms, copper ore, and limestone today. So I don't need to go back. That's where I just got done being. So I don't necessarily want to go back there. I do, however, want to drop off the rest of my stuff here. I wonder if I have room for my grass blocks up top. I bet I don't. Apparently no. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, my pre-built housing is here. Abandoned power plant kit. Yeah, so I also have the freezing chambers and the altar of flame, which Articuno and Moltres, I imagine, and then the power plant is Zapdos. But these are all kits to make houses, to make windmills, We have a Stonehouse kit right here. I'm just saving all these kits until I have a use for them, and then I'll make something. So let's see, we want to put the steps in. It's my seeds, my plantable seeds, which have the icon on the lower left. Again, I really need I just redid my storage this morning. I need to redo it again. I don't have good access to the bottom two here, so I have to go around back. I'm just really not in the mood to do it, though. We'll bring these with me. I don't have anything in that one yet. The other thing to be careful for in the game is if you break the Pokemon's habitat, then they don't have a home. Your environmental levels can actually drop. So if you're not taking good care of your environment and their housing and their attitudes, yeah, the environmental level will drop. And they won't be very happy with you about that. Let's see, I need you know what? I have these boxes here. I forget where I put my... Okay, there's a pedestal there. There we go, my mystery blocks, my mysterious slates. I know. Wife had her uncle pass away today, so she's now realizing she's having a little bit of a harder time than she thought. So that kind of sucks, but he wasn't the healthiest. It's not like it was a surprise, necessarily. I need to find my Shellos a new home, too. I feel bad. She's out here all on her own. There are some Pokemon you can change color, depending on what you feed them. Shellos is one of them, which is why I have hope that they will introduce a way for shinies to be released in the future. It's wild that this is the best Pokemon game there is. And there's not even any battling. My camera's off. Face this way a little bit more. I need to turn my computer, I guess. I feel like that should have been done. No, we got 20-some minutes still. It's okay. We should really work on the environmental level here a bit. So we can check the environmental level. We're level 2. Details. In the details, you're going to see who's happy and who's sad. I have no home. Eevee has no home. Machop, Scizor, and Geodude are about the area. Squovit's the only one that's like, yeah, I like it here, guys. See what I can do to help Squovit. How's your comfort level? You want a decoration. I don't even know where your house is. It's right here. But I don't know how I'm going to decorate your house. Alright, I need to go to some of the other areas and we need to set up some new habitats. I should level this out too at some point. We'll level part of it out. That's not what I wanted. You know what? We don't want moss under here. I drowned myself. Forgot about that. Alright, so. There's another game I want to get for the Switch, Monster Hunter Stories. I've never been a big Monster Hunter fan, but Stories looks pretty good. No, let's not flood everything. Alright. We want it to look natural-ish, at least. I don't mind keeping this as like a waterfall or a spa. All right. Yeah, there's just so much you can do in this game. Definitely keep you busy for a long time. All right, back over this way. What do you think of what you see so far? Decent looking or not so much? More food. Yeah, I agree. We'll see what the story ends up being. There's a ton of people who've already beaten it. I don't know. This is one of those games, like, all of the PokeTubers are making their videos. It's like, oh, how to optimize your city and Pokopia and stuff. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to make, like, I want to make videos for this game because it's so cool. It's such a fun game. And it's, like, for me, it's out of left field. Like, it's not a game I would normally enjoy, but I'm having a ton of fun playing it, relaxing and stuff. But I also don't feel like it's a game where there should be guides. Like, maybe some tips and tricks, like, hey, this isn't common knowledge even after you've gotten the ability or something. But the fact that, like, it's a building game, there's not really a need to optimize a ton of stuff. Like, just build what you want and have fun. Don't copy what some streamer's trying to put off on you just so he has content. I feel like that ruins the game so much for people. Like, people can just go and speed run through the game, not enjoying any of the experience, because they just want to optimize their building. And then that'll be the problem with games, and has been the problem with games, is that's what streamers end up doing to games. And people wonder why games don't survive very long, and developing companies have gone into a live service but only supporting a game for a year before they try to make something new, because they understand that by the end of that year they've lost most of their player base, either because they haven't released more content or because people have been just farming it out too quickly. And a big problem, and a big part of that, is with streamers. Especially like the mainstream guys, the PokeTubers, John Austin Plays, and A-Drive, and these other guys. They're making videos on how to optimize everything, and it gets views, and I mean, they do great work. It's not like I'm criticizing them. I'm criticizing the idea behind it, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just PokeTubers. It's, I mean, Battlefield as well. Best way to unlock this gun or that gun. Best way to optimize this gun. So now nobody's trying the other attachments in Battlefield because the streamers are saying the other attachments suck. So now you have people in Battlefield that are like, oh, the guns are terrible. Every person uses the same loadout on the same gun because some YouTuber told them to. Or some Twitch player told them to. Like, streamers, I think, they help and hurt the games. And it's been proven that they can kill a game, too. Completely just kill a game. If they have a big enough fan base. Like somebody like Asmongold, who's got 18, 19 million viewers, could totally kill a game if he wanted. But yeah, I think if streamers made more of like tips and tricks rather than, oh, this is optimized or this is the best way to do it, games longevity would be much better for the majority of the games out there. Like, hey, instead of this is the best loadout for Battlefield, hey, you want to optimize maybe hip fire or ADS and things like that, versus, hey, here's the one scope that optimizes it the best. Let players figure it out. That's why games lasted so long when we were kids. That's why everybody loved Mario growing up, right? Like, you played it how you wanted. There were different ways to beat the level. There were different maps you could go on and all sorts of things like that. But you played it how you wanted to play it. Now you got YouTubers telling you how to play. And the average player that watches these videos then takes that as gospel. Like, should I be further than I am in this game? Yeah, I should, probably. But notice how I'm just sitting here punching in a cave, because I don't even know why, to be honest. I just wanted to flatten an area out so it's easier to go through next time. So, I'm playing the game how I want to play it. I don't want to watch streamers and what they're going to tell me to do or how to play this game. because then I'll beat the game in a week and a half and be done with it. And I won't pick it back up again. Whereas I can sit here and tell you, hey, it's a great game. It's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay, as long as you don't go and watch YouTubers and copy what they do. You do that, you're cutting your gameplay in half, or, I mean, not even in half. You're cutting it 60, 70% of your playability out of it. Experiencing things for yourself, figuring it all out on your own. You're taking all of that away and reading some user manual about it. And especially in games like this where there's no competition, there's no PvP, there's no leaderboard, anything like that. Like, what's the point in ruining your own experience? Eat all the gravel, Ditto. Eat it! Show Kirby who's more powerful. This pillar in the middle's gotta go now. I need to eat. I need to eat again. I'm on my last hamburger, though. And that's, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that Animo game. Remember the beta I tried on that one? I'm looking forward to that coming out, but I have a feeling a lot of people are going to kill the game the same way. They're going to say, hey, this is the best team, or these are the best Animo to use. And then everybody's just going to play those specific Animo and blow through the game nice and easy. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's always going to be, in any kind of game where there's monsters or class systems or anything like that, yes, there's always going to be an imbalance. You can't balance games. You either balance it for fun or you try to balance it for power. And people are going to ruin that game because they're going to blow through it and complain there's nothing to do. There's no content. There's no content. How many times do we hear about that nowadays? There's no content. It's like, no, there is. It's just you decided to blow through it, no life in the game in the first 4 days. Games aren't meant to be played that way. You're supposed to play a few hours, then go touch grass. Oh, I was hoping I could break those. It's going to bother me that those are left there. All right, let's see what else is in this cave. Now that I can't break the big rocks anymore. Nothing, it's the other exit. Or a different exit. Yeah, too many people just want somebody else to tell them how to play. Make myself a set of stairs going up here. But yeah, I can't bring myself to log into Warframe or any other games right now. Anything that's like farm this or farm that, I just haven't been able to log into and enjoy it. I'll log in and log out 20 minutes later. Come on, Rick. I mean, we have ZA, I just can't bring myself to really want to give her a go. Let's see here. What if I pull up grass? What if I pull up dry grass next to the tree? Does this give me an environment? No? But 6 dry leaves should. Nope, just wasting my time. Because I'm an idiot. I like how much slower things break when I don't have that power up. My hamburger sandwiches. And what's nice about the way they've done this game is they can always choose to release more Pokemon. And release new islands to visit. So I'm really hoping they continue support for this game and do multiple releases of new Pokemon, new events, shinies, all sorts of things. I'm a little skeptical on if they will, though. Because I feel like to them this was just supposed to be a filler game, you know what I mean? I don't think it was supposed to be as big as it is. I don't think they anticipated that at all. Just my personal thoughts. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm not gonna be on much longer either, I don't think, for a while. I want to get some other things done. I've been reading my books and stuff lately, so I want to try to get some reading stuff in, and I'm gonna have to text the wife quite a bit today. I think she's having a harder time than she anticipated. So, and that's okay. But ping me later on, man. Let me know if you want me to stream again. I am around all day. I don't really have anything going on. I'm gonna clean the house a bit, get a lunch, and sit out by the pool and read a book. I think I can clear this other one here quick. I think I got enough energy for it. Nice. Yeah, let me... Did what I was talking about last time help? Did that... I don't know if that was useful at all when I was trying to give you my insight. I'm not a writer by... I mean, yeah, I'm not really a writer by any stretch of the mind. Hungry. Eat them berries, Ditto. Which world building? Are you talking about my character for D&D? I gotta stop falling off this freaking cliff. Later, man. Yeah, hopefully Silas lives long enough that I get to play him for a while. Later, man. Why don't I have the dowsing machine on me, my man? I can't right now. Unless I can buy another dowsing machine from here. Nope. It's okay. Oh. Oh, boy. Alright, this will be done in 8 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back in a little bit here. Clean up some of this trash around my desk. Alright, I'm back. You open this window here so I can see outside. Alright. Let's see how long until we get somebody in the stream who's like, will you buy a service from me? Because I can enhance your stream so much. All right. Yeah, we'll figure out where we need to put that one. I know you're almost done, buddy. Don't even worry about it. Baffles me the look of this game. This game looks so nice. Why can't they make a Pokemon game that looks like this? Like a mainline game that looks like this. Thanks. Stone Hut, all done. We'll take it for now. We're gonna have to relocate it later, but that'll work for now. I can fast travel here too. Well, now that I can fast travel here, what was I doing? I was working on Rocky Ridge. Should have things taken care of by now, I think. Maybe not. Can't remember if I started construction on these this morning or last night. Looks like the answer was this morning. Which is fine. Yeah, I'm bringing my food with me. Alright, we are going to drop everything off back at my withered wasteland. I need to figure out how to make paper. That's what I need to figure out. I don't think I have that recipe yet. But once I drop this off, if I cannot make paper, then I'm going to log for the day. For a while, maybe not the whole day. Alright, that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna get some stuff done around the house and maybe be back in a bit. We'll see.